Hi friends, it's Audrey from Odds and Ends and welcome back. And it is time for me to do my H postcard for hashtag ABCJLC 2026 hosted by Jody Lewis Creations. And our H prompts are home, horse, heather, and honey. If you want to learn more about this, you may go head over to Jody's channel and she will direct you to her Facebook. She does two challenges. One is a collage challenge, and the other one is this letter ABC challenge. And they are both very fun, and they alternate every other week. So, with that being said, my base postcard is going to be this one. It's the Shenandoah National Park Corbin Cabin. It was the home of George Cabin. It's on the Potomac Appalachian Trail, and it's used as a weekend trail cabin. And there it is. That is my home for the weekend. And here are my horses. And this is Shetland ponies, and it doesn't tell me where they are from. So I'm going to merge these two postcards together. My bonus is honey. Now, I really wanted a beehive, and I was going to hang it in one of these trees, but of course, when you're looking for something, you can freaking never find it. Okay, heather is really difficult. I'm looking up at my bookshelves. I can see off the top of my head 4 British Isles books, 1 England book, 1 Scotland book. Can I find any heather in bloom that you can recognize it as heather? No. And as Jody mentioned in her video, it's almost darn impossible to find heather in any American book because heather doesn't grow here. I do not want to cut up my floral design magazines that I used when I was a florist just for an itty bitty touch of heather, and I do not print things for this challenge. I make sure I have to use something that's already in my stash. And I have this Watercolor the Sights Travel, it's a sticker book. Now, this is lavender. The pink flowers, who knows? They're just an artistic rendering of something. I could have used that, but it's really manicured and it doesn't really go with my Appalachian trail. And then here's one I thought about using, and I spent hours last night going through all my books and trying to find something for this prompt. I'm like, this is supposed to be fun. I never have this much trouble finding. The problem is what I'm finding is not what's in my head. And this retaining wall that has clumps of pink flowers, this would work. It's close enough to my vision in my head, but it still doesn't go with the natural, and I don't want anything cartoony, and I don't want to make anything. So I'm like, okay, let me look through my sticky club stickers. Now, that right here in the foreground is heather. Obviously, those are wild roses. But I'm like, once again, house does not match the vibe I'm going with, and I didn't really want to cut the sticker up just for that. Now, this would work also, but it doesn't go with my subject matter. However, a few of these in here I can use. I'm good. It may not actual heather, but if you look up in the dictionary, heather is a low-growing shrub with pinkish purple flowers. I'm good with that. And as a florist, I know what heather is. We import it all the time. I even looked through wedding magazines trying to find bouquets with heather in them and couldn't find them. Now, if this prompt was lavender, yeah, we'd be in the home stretch. So let me pause you. I am going to fussy cut my horses out because no one needs to watch me do that, and we will assemble this together. Okay. Okay, so let me get this back into frame. I have cut 2 of these stamp stickers, and I removed the blue sky since obviously there's no sky showing here, and I cut out the portion that said 45 cents and 2 cents and whatever stamp denomination they were pretending to be. So I have a little bit of pops of purple and pink flowers in the background, and that is as close as I am getting to heather because I don't have any. And we are going to take creative liberties, and then I am putting Pooh Bear on my porch. And he's silly, and I love him. And I did cut the stamp in half here because I didn't want to lose the porch pillar. And I'm like, nope, not going to. And let me open my Fabri-Tac because this is the best way I have found to meld to, of course, it's clogged. Meld 2 postcards together. The other glue works, but it takes forever. And it takes a lot of glue. Okay, I really need to have a couple cups in here. And you're gonna hear my cuckoo clock in the background. That was my dad's clock, and my stepmom could not listen to it anymore. She had turned it off. She's like, will you please take that thing out of my house, because every time it went off every hour, it would make her cry. And he wanted that clock for a long time. He just got it, I don't know, 6 months ago. And every time we went through Carson City and we went up to Virginia City, the old Western tourist shops, there's a clock place in there, and he wanted to go. This glue is so not coming out. He wanted one of those spinning clocks. And he finally got one. And growing up, we'd always stopped at the clock stores. He loved clocks. And I'm like, yes, of course I will. Now, the clock does not make me sad. It makes me happy every time it goes off. So far, that's what I have. I have all my prompts in here. We have horse, we have home, we have honey, we have heather. But let me find a sentiment that goes with this. And I don't know what I'm going to find, so let me pause you again. Okay, so obviously home makes the best sense on this. Now if I had home on the range, it would be great. But okay, I'm trying to decide. It doesn't look good in the trees. It doesn't look good on the roof. I think it has to be grounded. And I kind of like the rocks there, so I don't want to cover them up. So I'm thinking right about there. The shadow's not that important. I already have part of the shadow in there. And the one other thing that the glue on postcard is because it's shiny. Although the glue dries clear, you really don't want it on the actual glossy part, because even when you wipe it off, it leaves a haze, and it's terrible, absolutely terrible, and I hate it. So I try not to put too much glue on the bottom, and then I do some messy scribbles here because I don't like it completely neat and pristine, because what fun is that? And I don't think it needs to be inked up at all. I kind of like my little collage and my little scenery I made. I hope you like it as well. I'll do a little close-up so you can see it without the glare. I have the heathers, the wildflowers here with the purple to resemble heather. I have it behind here, behind the post. Got Pooh in his honey jar. We got the two horses, the home sentiment. And there we go. My H postcard for hashtag ABCJLC 2026. I hope you like. Thank you for watching, everyone. And I will talk to you guys for the next one. Bye.